Hello everyone, what is going on? My name is the Newbie Warrior and welcome back to my K-pop reaction channel. I post new K-pop reaction videos here almost every single day, so if you like this video and want to see more videos just like this, so make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out some other stuff on the channel. Today, it is not the day after Christmas, which is when I said this would come out. Woo! As usual, I'm late. Woo! I'm beginning to think at this point I should stop giving you guys deadlines or times for when I think I'm going to release stuff, because I just consistently don't live up to those times. But hopefully I get better, and hopefully I get better at estimating when I'm not going to be able to meet a time, and then I don't tell you that time. Regardless, this is here now. It's going to be a couple of days late, probably. This is MAMAMOO, greatest album of all time for Reality in Black, which is their most recent album that I loved. I've already reacted to the album because it just came out a couple weeks ago. And, yeah, no, more than that, right? It came out a while. When did this? Whatever. It is their most recent album. That's the most important thing. I really like it. So I'm very excited to get into this. Couple of notes about greatest album of all time. This is a video series where basically I go through an artist's entire discography, with the goal being to listen to all their albums and give all their songs a score from 1 to 10 with 0.5s. The goal is to find my favorite album from that artist, or the greatest album of all time, just based on my personal opinion of what I like. The real goal hidden behind that, and the reason I do this series, is because I listen better to music if I'm listening critically. If I'm looking for things I really like and things that I really don't like, I'm able to appreciate the music more and get more into it. So it allows me to create what I think is a much more interesting, in-depth album reaction / review than if I just did a normal album reaction. So yeah, so this won't be a reaction at all in this case, because I've already heard all these songs. I've listened to this album a great deal, actually. I like it a lot. Also, just figured I would flex the merch a little bit. Whenever people asked what I wanted for Christmas, my answer was pretty much just K-pop merchandise. So as you can see, one of the things I got was this absolutely fantastic minimalist Red Moon shirt. So, finally owned some MAMAMOO merch. I'm very proud of that. Has the Red Moon logo, Red Moon, and then MAMAMOO. So yeah, figured it would be fitting to throw this on today. I'm proud of it. I'm happy. I got a bunch of other stuff. A couple of other shirts. And then as you see behind me, some new posters. These are all Red Velvet posters. That's what I got. But also, I mean, I love Red Velvet to death. And shout out to Wendy. We need hopes and thoughts and prayers for Wendy. So, for a speedy and a complete recovery, more important than speedy, I would say. But anyway, I'm getting pretty sidetracked, but figured I would just, yes, if anybody was wondering, that is the Red Moon logo. And I'm very happy that I have that. Okay, here we go. Let's move on to Reality in Black. This one is gonna score so well, I can already tell you, probably. Man, I liked Queendom.
It's been a shining star. It's been a blue sky. Gonna tell you something about my story.
Ooh, just the way this starts with the very lonely guitar.
Living together back and then, and we wanted
Solar's voice does things to me.
널 밀어놨지 더 미련 없이 만남 후에 헤어진 이야 그렇게 너를 보내.
This song, the progression of it is so good. I love them adding that extra. They do this a lot, and I think a lot of groups do this, but I think in particular, Mamamoo really sets up Moonbyul for verses in an interesting way with the instrumental. Like, obviously, that's pretty common to have, like, some type of beat shift, but I feel like the way that they do it is always so good. I can't, guys, Solar's voice. It like but all of them too, Wien, oh, the first time I heard that hit, that was unbelievable. I didn't react to Queendom performances, and I feel bad. It was kind of just like one of those things where it's like I just like wanted to watch it on my own time because I was watching the whole show. And if I could go back, or if there's ever a season 2 of Queendom, which I'm hoping there is, I'm gonna make sure to do at least probably Patreon reactions for copyright reasons, because Mnet doesn't like when you put stuff on YouTube from them. But definitely going to be doing reactions to the performances, because the first time this hit with this like guitar riff, the and like the way it turns into this with the ra da 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 da, it's so good. And then that bass hits in, ooh. And then like you reset back to this very calm sound. Destiny makes me cry, destiny makes me smile. 고장난 아침 반은 돌고 돌아 길을 잃은 듯이 혼란해. 짙어지는 추억 다시 흐려지는 기억. 비가 내린 들판 위에 꽃 한 송이 피우길. 우린 결국 헤어져. Just all of their vocal, every single member, when they sing, it's just so good. Once again, we're building towards the climax with like the kind of like the boom clap really far back in the background, and then we get some risers. This track it's masterful. It's so good. Like, is this? Yeah, this is the outro. Oh, and finish with some super showy vocals. Oh, I love it. That has to be a 10, right? I'm gonna have to listen to a little samples, but normally when I'm like, it song's a 10, I don't know. It's like, normally I say that preemptively. In the case of this song, in the case of Destiny, I've been in love with the song for so long, because of Queendom, and like the more I listen to it, it somehow gets better. And I'm pretty sure that it's a 10. But let's listen to... We gotta listen to a little bit of a 10. Funky Boy's a weird choice. Bad Bye should be a good example of a 10. to compare to here. Such a good song. See if we can find our way towards the chorus here. Yep, I'm thinking it tracks. It feels like a 10 to me. There's something very special to me about reality, about Destiny. And it's the pacing of the song, how dynamic it is. It's a very good vocal showpiece, but at the same time it does some really interesting things with harmonies and some really interesting things. It's just good. It's just good in so many different ways. The instrumentals, the vocals, the way everything's blended together, the production on it. Yeah, that's incredible. It's an incredible song. I love this album so much. And they do what every freaking group in the freaking K-pop does. They take My Bias and My Bias Wrecker and do line distribution so that it's like Bias, Bias Wrecker, Bias, Bias Wrecker, or Bias Wrecker, Bias. Why? Why does every group do this to me? It's fantastic. It's amazing. It's like fan service just for me, I swear. Okay, sorry. Like, come on, you're gonna start with Solar and then into Moonbyul? Like, stop, please. It's too much. I can only fanboy so hard over any given song. Speaking of build, the way this song builds is nuts. Smooth. Smooth little harmony there in the background. So good. And the way they use their names as like the whole song is so good. This has such an R&B pulse to it, but like with like almost modern hip-hoppy synths and stuff going on. Love stripping it back to just the little boom, 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 boom. Like, I love that, how they strip it back, the instrumental. So good. Moonbyul's verse is so good here too. This chorus hits every time. This has such a smooth, like, writing type. I don't know. Once again, stripping it back, letting the vocals shine. I just want to say, I don't talk about Wheaton's vocals enough. Look, it's not that I've ever not said her vocals were good. It's just that I'm usually so obsessed with Solar because I do fanboy extremely hard over Solar. And Moonbyul is such a fantastic rapper. Man, Wheaton's voice is so good, too. Like, this right here, it's so effortless and so breathy and so... It's so good. Really cool use of that riser. Honestly, this instrumental sounds like a Jay Park song. Like it, as a massive Jay Park fan, this is like, this could be a Jay Park song. This instrumental, like, literally, he could take this instrumental and this could be a classic Jay Park song, which is amazing. But instead, we get this really interesting structure of, you know, 4 vocalists with a different medley of their singing. We get some rapping from Moonbyul. Ooh. It's so good. Like, it's just... is that also a 10? What if this album I just give 10s? Is that a thing? I guess it is a thing I can do. I'm gonna try not to just do that. Legitimately... Okay. Let me listen to, like, a 9. Let's listen to Yes I Am. I just need to know, like... Is this whole album just gonna be 10s? I don't know. Disco stuff going on. This song, of course. Do you know what Mamamoo does? This is a little bit of a side tangent, but what Mamamoo does better than everybody else, I think, in K-pop, is, and this is just my opinion, mind you, but they're able to take incredibly complex, flashy instrumentals and still somehow make the vocals the most important thing that you're listening to. Which is insane, because, like, Mamamoo's not afraid to, like, you know, like, make, like, a recipe. Like, what a weird thing, right? What a weird concept. They play with weird concepts, they play with weird instrumentals, unique sounds. But at the same time, you never are like, oh yes, I listen to Recipe for the gimmick, or I listen to Catfight for the gimmick. I listen to those songs because I want to hear them belt, and I want to hear them harmonize, and I want to hear, like... And so I think something about that is very special. And other groups do it as well. Like, I think Red Velvet is a good example of that as well. But, like, I swear, I just think in that one aspect, Mamamoo are the queens. I think they do the best. Okay. I like Universe more than this song, I think. Let me listen to a 9.5, maybe? Speaking of Recipe, let's see. Let's go... I know, I have Love and Hate there. I just want to see if there's anything else. My Star. I think I used My Star a lot in the past, but whatever. I'm just trying to decide if Universe is a 9 or a 9.5. That's what I'm trying to decide. Okay, I don't know about this. It might not be as good as My Star. I really, really like this song. Ooh. I think the dark, rich synths on this are too much for me to... I don't think Universe quite has the depth. Yeah, okay. Let's listen to a little bit of One More 9. Just. That's a good call, I think. I just, like... Yeah, I feel like Universe belongs in the 9s. It legitimately feels like a 9 to me. Also, worth noting, once again, I can change these scores around until the end of the episode. So, like, none of these other albums that I've already reviewed, I can never change any of these scores, but I can always change these until the end of this. So, just an FYI. Okay, on to 10 Nights.
열밤이 지나 놓을게 하나 둘 셋 넷.
Ooh, that tone is so nice.
난 반짝이는 너를 지울게 며칠 밤만 더
Singing Moonbill.
다짐을 해봐도 손가락 사이로 하나 둘 붙잡고 있어. 어떻게 너를 보낼까? 이토록 아픈 밤일까? 별도 지워버린 열 밤을 새본다. 또다시 눈을 감는다. 오늘 내일 지나 약속할게 이별에게 이렇게 놓아볼게.
Man, can we talk? Okay, so really quickly. One, yes, the singing is so high quality that I almost want to give this an instant 10, but once again, that's not fair. That's not how the series works. I'm restraining myself. Forgot how hard it is to do this for Mamamoo every time I do one. But the way this instrumental hits, the emotion in this like bass, these like bass transition down, so cool. Listen, here's what I'm. It's only 3 notes, but the boom, boom, boom. The way that transition works carries the emotional weight of the verse to the next through the transition. Very cool. Bring in the lonely guitar. Love the harmony. Oh, yes. I hate pausing this song because it's like the emotional weight of this. It's so strong, but I have to pause it. I love how long this harmony section is. It's like and then Solar goes absolutely insane. Like, that is cliche, but it's so good that it works. That
열밤이 지나 놓을게 하나 둘셋 눈 감아.
Letting Moonbyul finish, so good. Is that a 10 too? The way they use that really sad electric guitar, the way that the harmonies blend on this, even the subtle things like the transition of the bass notes, like I said, that really impactful bass, just 3 notes that carried the weight of the whole previous verse into the next verse. Like, this song just, I don't know how I not give this a 10, but let me listen to another 9.5. It's like, this album is gonna be so high scoring.
없는 집 없을 걸세. I love mommy. Are you ready? 대왕의 햄대기 만등분하고서 밥을 넣어 팅팅팅팅 불어 입혀 너만 먹을까? 한개는 참치밥 섞어 섞어 섞어. 오늘 내가 쉰 냉장고 부탁해. No more no more recipe. 오늘
Ooh, I don't know actually. Maybe it's a 9.5. I think the amount of rapping on Recipe and how much that carries it actually makes me think, yeah, I'm thinking maybe 10 Nights, let me think, 10 Nights or Universe. I like Universe more, I think. So I'm thinking Universe. Do I? I'm thinking Universe gets that 9.5 bump. And let's go 10 Nights on 9. That's where I'm gonna put that for now. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird album reaction. Because I really like a lot of these. So 10 Nights, really good song. Hip, I have the... Why didn't I move that in order? That's gonna confuse me. I'm gonna use the lyric video. Oh, just the sound of... See, this isn't fair, because Solar is in so much of this chorus, and there's 3 Moonbyul verses, so I already want to give this a 10, and I know that's not fair, right? But I swear, just the tone of Solar's voice here, like, it's so sassy, but at the same time, it's not like, haha, I'm sassy, look at me. It's like, I'm sassy and I'm singing really well, listen up, listen here.
All I wanna be is 멋짐 내 맘대로 걸어 kick it 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해.
Like, right here, Solar's voice can F. That's what I'm gonna say. Right here, this right here, this one line, Has more game than I will have my entire life, period. Like, this line can approach any human being at any bar in the world and get a date. Just the line. And then this is Mamamoo leaning back into, some of, like, the funk stuff, a little bit, but mostly a lot of the swing stuff that I heard on, like, Melting, which is cool. That's what, like, when I first heard this title track, I was like, oh, cool, they're doing swing. But they're doing, more like electro swing, like Momoland. Which, who, by the way, I'm very excited because they have a new album coming out, tonight? Well, technically tomorrow, but whatever. It's tonight. Anyway, I got sidetracked. But Mamamoo, this is basically Mamamoo's take on electro swing. It's very cool. Ooh, just those strings. Sorry, before anything else, can we talk about these strings? It's so potent. Just how pure they are. Ooh, that little harmony. Moonbill verse 1, verse number 1. It's so good. Can I talk for a second about, that clap is a very, 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 very real clap. And it makes me happy. Like, you can hear the impact. I can almost see the hands hitting together for that clap sound. Also, I keep saying Moonbill is super cool every time I talk about her. Like, she just, like, melts everything around her into, just with, like, into an essence of, yeah, I'm just so cool, don't worry about it. But this verse, this second verse that she has on Hip, might be the coolest she's ever been. Like, I know it's only 2 lines, but damn, Moonbill. That piano is awesome on the song. The amount of respect they give to instrumental breaks too is really cool. That's a 10. That's a 10. I don't have to... There's no debating it. I thought, like, normally title tracks, I'm like, I don't know. Usually that's like where I actually find my least favorite song on the album. But in this case, Hip is really strong. The way, first of all, like I said, I think, in my opinion, so far, once again, I haven't listened to all their music, I haven't watched hardly any of their side content or anything like that. To me, that second verse on Hip is the coolest I've ever seen Moonbyul. Like, she literally is impossibly, world-breakingly cool at that point, right? And, but it's so good. Everything about that is so good. One, the fact that they took an electro swing sound. Two, just how dynamic it is. Three, the best clap I've ever heard in my life in a K-pop song, or maybe in any pop song ever. Just how sexy Solar's voice is. Like, just everything about it is so perfect. That's a 10 for me. That's a 10, that's a 10, that's a 10. Okay. 4 by Forever. I like this song as well. So this album. I love how anthemic this is. Has that constant chug, right? It's an anthem song. It follows up really well on the second half of Destiny. Because, like, Destiny is, like, pretty melodic section, anthem, pretty melodic section, anthem. This is just like, yeah, remember Destiny a few songs ago? Guess what? Guess what? All the anthem! That's all it is. Pure anthem. Ooh. These vocals were really good, always. This bass line is so... I think I paused when I did the initial album reaction as well. This bass line coming into this is disgusting. It's so good. Okay, so as you can tell, I genuinely love a lot of things about this song. What I will say is the fake clap on this is in sharp contrast to the best clap I've ever heard in a K-pop song on Hip. It's such a sharp difference. It's jarring. So that I'm not loving, but pretty much everything else about this I like. It's slightly repetitive. I mean, that's the point of an anthem, right? But I will say that is my other... A second really cool bass line for Moonbyul. Love the melodic section at the end. Ad-libs going ham. really cool song, right? I'm not gonna criticize it too much. Well, what I will say is the problems I brought up during this song are still my primary issues. The most important one being that it does feel a little bit repetitive. I will say I'm glad they didn't drag it out. I think 3 minutes is really good. I think a lot of groups would take a song like this that's already a little too repetitive and make that like a 4.5 minute song, or even like a 3 minute and 50-second song or something. And I really like how concise this is, where it's like, definitely I think a lot of people would have overindulged and made that chorus repeat like 2 or 3 more times. Or at least one more time, whereas Mamamoo definitely was like, okay, this is where it needs to end. I love the anthem energy. I love the power of those chords. I love the power of those chords with the Mamamoo vocals, with the level of vocal control, the 4 different unique voices. Moonbyul's rap, and then the way the beat changed, those were 2 really sick beats for her verses that didn't feel out of place or jarring or anything. Fake clap, not the worst I've ever heard, but unfortunately this song happens to come right after Hip, so it stood out to me a little bit more than it probably would have. As far as fake clap samples go, this one is not awful, but it's just like, I heard such a crisp, real, clean clap on Hip that then to hear this, I'm like, oh no. I'm gonna have to listen to some stuff to compare this to. I don't know if this is... It's possible this is another 9, but let's listen to an 8.5 just to check it on that front, I guess. I have an 8.5. Waggy. Waggy. Love the song, of course. Love the quiet intensity, of course, on Waggy. Such an adorable premise. That is even more adorable now that I actually have a puppy, by the way. Well, he's not like mine, but like my family got a puppy. So now there's a puppy running around my house. So I get Waggy even more. But I definitely like 4x Forever more than Waggy, I think. But I don't think I like it as much as Universe. Do I? No, I don't. I think 4x Forever is gonna sit at a 9 as well. So far, Mamamoo, this is looking good for the album. Is what I will say. Okay, on to Better. Once again, they're doing the freaking bias record thing. I don't know what. There's a conspiracy, guys. Every group is gonna keep doing this. I don't know why. Love that cut. Okay. So far, this definitely feels like the least inspired and least interesting song on the album so far. It definitely, I'm not saying it's a bad song, but it definitely so far is my least favorite. This, yeah, what I do like is like the subtle use of the pause in the transition at the end of Solar's verse. I love that though.
집에 오면 항상 왠지 전화기를 꺼두고 싶어 이때 다시 잘자 마무리지 어두두 그냥 난 사랑이란 말로 숨으면 외롭지 않을 거라 생각.
I like to hear Moonbyul kind of transition between singing and rapping. That's fun. Love this build. Love how much Solar gets to show off on this song. Love those ad-libs. And the harmony on it too. Okay, so better, good song. But before I get into it, I may sound like I'm being critical, but keep in mind, guys, I've been giving 10 through 9. 9 is the lowest score before this. So it's not like I need to rip this song apart to say it's my least favorite. It's just, like, it's very good. I like this general... This intro part and like parts of it almost give me Ariana Grande vibes, which I'm a fan of Ariana Grande. That's not a problem. What is weird to me is this sudden transition to this almost like 70s, like da 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 da. Like it's a really strange, almost like a 70s. Like, I don't love this formula for these verses necessarily. I'm like, all the transitions feel really, really, like, I can tell what they're gonna do. It feels predictable, which doesn't necessarily make them bad, but it's just, once again, it's my least favorite so far on the album. Which, once again, keep in mind, just means it's not a 9 out of 10. What is this, though? I don't think it's as low as a 7, but maybe. Let's listen to... We're listening across the whole spectrum here. I like it less than Waggy, so I know we're looking at below 8.5. Let's listen to a little bit of Go Go Baby, maybe. While we're on White Wind. Try to decide, do I like Better or Go Go Baby more? I think I like Go Go Baby more. Yeah, I definitely like Go Go Baby more. It's just more dynamic, less predictable. Let's look significantly lower. Let's look at like 6 maybe then. Let's look at Taller Than You. Good song, by the way. Once again, this, if you're new to the series, keep in mind, these scores aren't 6 out of 10 compared to all other music. This is only compared to Mamamoo's other music. So these scores don't apply to any other artist I do this for or any other music. It's just like, in my opinion, my favorite versus least favorite Mamamoo songs. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. That a 6 out of 10 isn't 60%. It's like, it's just 60% of Mamamoo for me. So it doesn't make it a bad song even if it's a 6. I love this concept of the song so much. Let's listen to You're the Best, maybe. See, I feel like even both of these might be better than better. Let me listen to... This feels too formulaic for me compared to some of the other cool stuff. But the execution is so good. But once again, that's all of their music. The execution's so good. So that's... can't even be a factor, really. I think... I don't want to go too low. Just because I do like the song. But I like so much of Mamamoo's music. I'm thinking 5-5. I think I like it slightly less than Taller Than You. I think I like it slightly less than Taller Than You. Okay. Once again, this could move. It's possible this is 6. It's possible that this is also competitive with like Taller Than You. But to me it feels below enough to be a level lower. On to Hello Mama. I expect to give this a 10, by the way. I'm not saying I will already, but I expect it. Coming into it. So I'm a sucker for jazzy ballads. Ooh. I feel like Wheein's always whispering when she's singing. Even when she's belting at the top of her lungs, I swear that it sounds like whispering somehow. I think it just has to do with airflow. But it's a really pretty unique sound. And speaking of really pretty and unique... Oof. The way that bass line comes in. Oh. That note may have just secured the 10, I think. The floating note from Whein. Such a powerful, dramatic rapper. Now it's more rhythmic singing at the end. Ooh. I love this build-up, by the way. Really keeps the song dynamic. Love more of the rhythmic singing from Moonbyul. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it sounds like she's gonna cry. Please don't cry. That's an instant 10. You may have noticed I went to give it a 10 during this song. As much as I love Hip and Destiny, that is probably my favorite song so far. It's just a perfectly executed ballad. It's perfectly executed jazzy ballad as well. There's like little flourishes of jazz with the bass, with some of the stylistic singing, but it's not like, I wouldn't call it a jazz ballad. That's why I said that, but then I was like, wait, I don't think, it's not really jazzy, but there's just a flair of it. But just the execution of the lines, the transitions, the way the instrumental samples are used, just literally everything about this song I am in love with. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. On to ZZZZ. This is the weird one. I'm already so confused. Everyone's mean. And then it goes to like a phone call being picked up. 안녕하세요? And then randomly Watson goes, I'm sorry. Somebody please. Sorry. And then I'm like, wait, what? Why are there synth chords now? Like, like, what is the song even? Almost like a Caribbean tropical beat, and then we get Undertale, like Undertale speaking. Like, what is going on? Like, what? And then reset to like this. such a cool, strange song. Ooh, love the texture of the vocal there. Hold on, we're listening to that again. Love this bridge. And then.
We just lit some fun.
What on earth? Every time I listen to this song, I'm more confused. Now that I look at the lyrics, I'm even more confused. We have lip trails. We have Undertale as a way of saying their name. We've got, I don't know, a really, really dope Moonbyul verse. Strange samples left and right. Just need some fun. Cool little ad-libs. Like, what on earth is this? But it's good. It's in a good way. Like, what is this? Is this, do I like this more than 4x Forever? Maybe. Maybe. It's possible. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of 4x Forever again, honestly. I think I might. Okay, so I definitely do. The question is, do I like it more than Universe? Because if I like it as much as Universe, then it's, If I like it as much as Universe, then I can just go 9-5. But if I like Universe more, then I guess I can move 4x Forever down. Okay, I think, let's listen again. Let's listen again a little bit. I might like it the same as Universe. It's so weird in the best possible way. Okay. Because of that repetition, I do think actually, I think I'm going to give ZZZZ a 9. And then I think I like it more than 4x Forever. So I think I'm going to give 4x Forever an 8.5. I'm going to move it slightly down. But man, ZZZZ, really good. I don't think I quite like it as much as Universe. Something about Universe that I can't really vocalize, I think makes me like it slightly more. Wow, this album, it's ridiculous. Okay, on to, I was just looking at scores. I was like, wait, is this going to be the highest? Blues was an 8.9. That one was a shorter one, so it's, I don't know, it's hard to compare. But so far, this is an 8.9, so. Okay, on to Reality. Reality.
너한테 사랑을 몰랐어 이게 뭐네 이런 현실을 외로움에 자꾸 애가 타 그래 사실 네가 쓰레기라 욕했어 그래야 너의 가치를 지킬 것 같아
Don't love this instrumental so far.
당연히
But then I think after these chords hit, I really like it a lot more. I think.
나를 망쳐버리는 마른 화살이 되고
Love this transition. Ooh, this build.
이젠 비틀거리는 난 어떡하니 네가 없는 나날 후회뿐인 오늘도 억지로 날 꾸미고 바보같이 날 lonely 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 했어 나를 감추려 해도 초라함이 더
I don't like that club sample.
Every time I'm missing you I'm fine
I love this though.
I'm fine I'm fine 아마 나는 외톨이 같아 어울리는 것 같아 울지 말아줘 나에 대한 또 타인에 대한 이해가 더 필요해 죄책감 말고 이해 관심 빼려
Moonyo got so much singing on this album. It's awesome. And a lot of like half singing, half rapping. Or like rhythmic singing.
들려버린 말을 담기가 어려웠지만 노력할게만 당연히도 아무 의미 없어 나를 망쳐버리는 마른 화살이 되고 무거워진 맘을 느껴 이젠 비틀거리는 난 어떡하니 네가 없는 나날 후회뿐인 오늘도 예쁜 사진 올리고 바보같이 날 lonely 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 했어 나를 감추려 해도 초라함이 더 휘날리네 Every time I'm missing you I'm fine I'm fine I'm fine I'm fine I'm fine I'm fine
Ooh, this end.
this info about you
Man, that outro was good. Okay. This album is so good. I really like that. I might like that more. Do I like that really more than ZZ? Or do I like ZZ more? I think I like them the same, actually. I honestly, guys, Reality is a cool song. It's like, it's got like this almost like dreamy, like, whoa. It's a cool song. I'm honestly legitimately feeling a 9 on that. I don't know how else to say it. That legit feels like a 9 to me. So, yeah, I don't know. It's such a cool song. It's all this whole album. Once again, Better is by far the low point, but it's not even, it's not even that low. On to High Tension, which I believe is my favorite song on the album. But I don't know. Let's listen to it critically. So earlier I was saying jazz ballad in relation to Hello Mama, and then I pulled it back at the end when I was talking about that song, and I was like, that's not really a jazz ballad. And it had a few jazzy elements, some chords, a jazz bass. The reason I say that is because this is a jazzy ballad, a super stylistic jazzy ballad.
Let me show you something.
As a matter of fact, some people might not consider this a ballad. I feel, we'll see. Alright, it's already a 10. I'm not even kidding you. Just based on this first 30 seconds, it's a 10. Earlier I was saying, in hip, I was saying Solar's voice can F. I would like to now double down on that statement. It's so hot too. Ooh. It's so. Listen, you guys know I don't always score based on the lyric videos. I have them as an extra layer, but sometimes I'm reading lyrics and they jump out at me. This song is so sexy. Like, I knew that it was because of just how it sounds. I mean, jazz, especially jazzy, ballady love song types, jazz is inherently sensual in its presentation. Like, it's just everything about jazz in every form you'll ever hear is sensual. That's just how it works. So I knew that. What I didn't realize is you're like a wave that came at me. I surf on top of there. You can pull me. Tie up my disheveled hair. It's just the two of us. It's okay to overdo it. There aren't set rules. I'll grant it. Tell me whatever it is. Alright? Even the chorus, dancing how my body leads me. Like, I explore your universe feeling so fly. Filled with inspiration. Beautiful phrasing. This is... Not only is that my favorite song on the album, not only is that an instant 10, that is one of my favorite Mamamoo songs, period, now. Everything about this is actually perfect in a way that I can't... It's so hot, it's so smooth, the instrumental hits perfectly. The layering of the vocals, like... If I could only ever choose one song to listen to from this album, it would be this song, and it's not even close. And I love some of those other songs. I love Hip. I love Hello Mama. I love Destiny. I love 10 Nights. Legitimately, if I could only pick one song, it would be an easy choice for High Tension for me. this is the kind of thing this is the kind of song that I only hear in Mamamoo from Mamamoo. Like, this is the kind of song that like grabbed me. Like, no group is doing this. This is just Mamamoo doing this. It's incredible. It's God tier. It's S tier, S++, whatever you want to call it. Perfection. This is my. You know what? I've never done this before. We're just gonna make that bold. Just to make very clear, this is my favorite. What an incredible song. I love that song so much. By the way, I may have mentioned it at the beginning, I may not have. If you want to listen to my first reactions to any of these songs, I'll have links in the description below, because I did an album reaction right when this came out. Yeah, here we go. I'm Your Fan, last song. Once again, I've heard all of these, because I did an album listen, so here we go. This song is so fun. I believe people said this was a song Solar wrote, kind of as like a concert presentation thing, and then they ended up producing it into a full studio version now. Love how up-tempo this is. This song is such a fun listen. Like, I can't help but smile every time I hear this song. And I forgot that they go halftime on this. Bring it to like almost trap. Also, yes, Moonbyul, please keep singing. Okay, sorry. I just... her voice. And people told me I don't like fan songs. Obviously, this is a strange example of a fan song. I love this song dearly. I know it's not fair to take into consideration that Solar did write it. Unfortunately, I do have that information, and it is going to factor in. I'll try not to let it control the score too much. I really like that song. I think it's adorable. I think it keeps moving. I like that it's not too long. I've said that a couple of times. It's not that I don't like long songs, but I don't like long songs that repeat too much. I feel like this song at 2.5 minutes is, I know this says 2:42, but there's like an outro for the YouTuber, so it's effectively 2.5 minutes, or less. Actually, I can look. What is the actual timestamp on this? I'm curious. I just want to double check. Okay, so 2:28. So basically 2.5 minutes. It's perfect. It does It has so many fun sections. It does some cool things I wasn't expecting the first time I heard it. It's adorable. It's fun to listen to. It has so many different sounds. It doesn't feel scatterbrained, though. It still feels like a coherent whole to me. Yeah, this is really good. The question is how good, because we got a lot of really good. Do I like it as much as I like... I don't know. Do I like it as much as I like, say, 10 Nights? Let's go a little bit.
잡고 있어 어떻게 너를 보낼까 이토록 아픈 맘일까 별도 지워버린 열 밤을 세번
Or do I want to move 10 Nights up? Because it's on the cusp of 9.5.
약속할게 이별에게 이렇게 놓아볼게 별일 아닐 거라 믿고만 싶은 밤
Guys, I think I'm gonna move 10 Nights up to a 9.5. Just while I'm comparing. And I think I'm Your Fan is a 9. I think it is. I legit think it is. It's hard to compare because it's structurally so strange. But even though it's vastly different from the other songs I give 9s on this album, there is something about it that just... It's a different sound that also works really well for them, and it's refreshing as at the end of the album. It's like a fun capstone. It's like High Tension is what it says it is. It's high tension, right? Actually, sexual tension as well. But it's high tension. Huge stakes. And then I'm Your Fan is just like a fun outro. Goodbye. Really fun song. And to me, as that, it executes perfectly for what it's supposed to be. Also worth noting, better. I've been thinking about it more and more. I think I'm going to bump it to a 6. Legitimately, I think I'm going to give it a 6. So, yeah. I'm pretty happy with all of these scores. Guys, this is an amazing album. I just want to be very clear. I love this album. I love so much about this. I'm sorry this one took so long, but legitimately, this has become one of my most listened to albums already this year. Even though it came out in super late, obviously, in the year. Mamamoo is a group that I'm gonna continue covering. I have so many music videos to get to as well. I've just barely... I mean, I've done like... Have I even reacted to a Mamamoo music video? I was like, wait a minute. I believe I have like 1 or 2. It's just... Well, I reacted to Hip, obviously, but yeah. So I need to get to more of their music videos. I'm excited to continue Greatest Album of All Time. I think we have some left. And I love this group so much. I was tempted to buy this album, but then I realized I have no money at all and no source of income. So I have the Patreon. Maybe, I don't know. I'm tempted to get this physical because I really, really, really like this album. As you can tell from the scores, this is one of, if not my favorite so far. I believe this is my favorite so far. Let's double check. 9.1, 9, 8.9. Yeah, Purple is a 9. So this is now my favorite Mamamoo album. The only low point, like I said, being better, and it's not even like a really low point. It's just like I don't like it nearly as much as other Mamamoo's music. But High Tension is now one of my favorite Mamamoo songs of all time. I love Destiny. I love Hip. I love Hello Mama. I'm Your Fan, amazing. Reality, amazing. ZZZZ, amazing. 10 Nights in Universe were almost just barely not 10s. 4x Forever is a fun, fantastic anthem piece. Really like this song. Really like this album. I'm Your Tension, or what? I'm Your Tension. Well, High Tension, now, like I said, one of my favorite Mamamoo songs. I love this. thank you guys so much for watching this. As always, I want to know how you feel about this album, especially now that we've had some time listening to it. How do people feel it's going now that we've all gotten past the initial, like, honeymoon, whatever? Obviously, I'm still in love with it. But how do people feel it compares to their other music? What scores do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Somebody's favorite song better? Does somebody hate High Tension? Be curious to know. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is the Newbie Warrior. Guys, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. And please remember to stay newbie. Oh, also, I just wanted to brag about the shirt again, because I'm super happy that I own Mamamoo merch. Okay, bye. Thank you so much to everyone who's chosen to support me on Patreon, with a special thank you going out to Georgie Young, Richie, Lucky7 Gen, Tolly the 2nd Gen K-pop addict, and Bob.